So yeah, you already knew that I wasn't a big fan of the Aristocats last time I reviewed it on yesterday. Oh, and you guys are probably saying in the comments or something, well, there wasn't any comments right now, but you were probably like thinking, and like, well, what did you expect, Bostonian Critic? Or like, what were you looking for? Robin Hood is what I'm looking for. And yes, it does have a lot of cutesy stuff, but to be very honest, it's done a lot better here. Or especially for an action film goes, oh, this is some of Disney's best and one of the most funniest films to date. Wait, there's another Disney comedy out there that's like their funniest film of all time. It is basically one of my favorite comedies, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But we all know the story. It's basically Robin Hood stealing from the rich, or defeats the poor in order to defeat Prince John and his assistant Hiss, and basically to impress and well, he's basically in love with them. Sorry, that was my sister's cat. To basically impress the maid, his old girlfriend, Maid Marian. Right. And of course, we do get the cutesiness, like I said before, like we saw in the Aristocats and Bambi. Right, but this is actually done much better than what the Aristocats did. And on this one, like I said, the Aristocats had a very phoned-in story. Like this one does not have a phoned-in story. It's basically solid. Even though it is the same story as the Robin Hood stories go, but it definitely does follow it pretty close. And basically, even though Ichabod and Mr. Toad was technically the first Disney animated film to be anthropomorphic life forms, this one is straight on anthropomorphic life forms. And then later on, we get Chicken Little and Zootopia. Yeah, I like how Fox is. Sorry. I'm actually starting to think like Star Fox right now because Robin Hood as a fox is a great idea. Of course, that's really cool. Prince John as a lion is really cool. And everything else is a really cool idea. Like all the animal characters like how they portray as their characters are really cool. And well, the reason why I say that is because the characters themselves are very memorable. I literally like the connections between one another. I love the villain Prince John. He's like he's like a male version of Yzma almost. Actually, a male version of the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. Because he's kind of like a whiny little brat. One of my favorite things is that, whenever he gets upset, he goes, "Mommy, I got a dirty thumb." Yeah, you just saw that. I was stuck in my thumb, but it was to show you how much I love the movie. I love how he's like his assistant Hiss tries to help him out and stuff. I love how they're like almost like a couple or something, and then they get like arguments and stuff. It's just hilarious the way they do that. Plus, I love the other side characters. Maid Mary is a very fun, a very enjoyable character. Or her friend, the chicken. I forgot what her name. I forgot what her name was, but I saw it last week. But I forgot what her name was. But she was like the other funniest side character as well. She was fun, very funny, and I like her personality. She was just a ton of fun. My favorite scene with her is when she's acting like a football player at the or where there's a big chase scene in the middle of the film, after the archery tournament. And then this football song music goes on like da 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 da. Oh, it makes me laugh every time I see it. And every time she's like, when we see her like running towards the field, the freaking rhinos would like jump in front of her. It just cracks me up. Even the entire chase scene is a lot of fun too. It's not the climax, but it's just a fun chase scene. And it kind of almost acts like the chase scene in the Jungle Book. But not exactly, but it kind of feels like it. What do you call it? I also, Phil Harris as as Little John. I also like Robin Hood a lot. He's like really fun main character. And the jokes themselves are a lot of fun. The Sheriff of Nottingham is also a pretty funny side villain for any Disney film. There's only like a couple songs, there's only like a few songs in this movie. And of course, the Phony King of England song is the best thing in the movie. Well, the best song in the movie is what I'm trying to say. But all the other ones are fine though. But it's the on the Phony King of England that really makes me happy. I love to hear that song a lot. On that plus, did you realize that in that song they stole some of the animation from the Jungle Book, or like where Little John is dancing with the chicken, and he's like doing like the scene where he dances with King Louie. Well, yeah, and plus they took some of the dancing moves from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and also from the Aristocats. Well, yeah, that basically happens here too. The other Disney animated films did something like that too. Well, I like seeing them. And it's always fun to look at. They just basically copy and paste the same kind of animation, like they try to trace it over or something. But I love seeing that all the time. The climax itself is great. I love how there's a bunch of cute animals was going through an action scene and stuff. It's really cool and fun. On first, it's a bunch of quiet scenes, and then once Hiss finds out that Robin Hood is in the castle trying to steal everything, when he grabs the bag and then fast-paced animation on an action on parts. I was like, it's really cool. If I did have if I did have one problem with the film, is that Maid Marian is actually has been cut out from the last third of the picture, and then she reappears for a couple of seconds in the for a minute for the ending, which I feel was very odd. I know there was a deleted scene, an alternate ending, and where she does appear after the climax, and then Prince John comes in and tries to murder Robin Hood, and then King Richard his brother King Richard comes in and basically arrests him. Well, arrests his brother. Well, if you haven't seen that on that thing yet, it's on YouTube. But nah, that's where I found it. I don't have it on DVD, but I saw it on Hulu last week. So, yeah, definitely one of Disney's funniest films. It's a great comedy, great movie from beginning to end. I feel like it didn't deserve like the 50% on Rotten Tomatoes or something, but if you definitely want to see it, I do recommend you to see it. Highly recommend. You're gonna get a lot of good laughs, some cute characters, and some fun action, and some great comedy, and a good simple story, like I already said. But since you have seen it before, what did you think about it? Just comment below, click like, follow me on Twitter and Facebook, subscribe to my page, and I will see you later on. Take care. I'm the Bostonian Critic, and I will see you later on.